Hey y'all, Angela DeJesus with DeJesus Family Farms. I got a few minutes to do a video because I got to get started in my real job. Anyway, so I wanted to say thank you to everybody for their prayers. We've heard from Jose's family in Puerto Rico. Everybody survived the hurricanes. There are some challenges with water and definitely challenges with communication and travel. They're in Patillas outside of Ponce, and Jose's family they have a plantation, banana, sugar cane, and coffee. And the plantation's okay. I think there was some damage to sugar cane. From what I could see. Anyway, from what I understand, everybody's okay. And there's been some challenges with water and communication. But I appreciate your prayers. We are still working to try to get them out here. We've reached out through American Red Cross and FEMA and just let them know here we are. Here's, who we know the family members are and anybody else that we hadn't thought of. If they are part of the DeJesus Echeverria family, then we would be more than happy to host them here on the farm. They could come in and live here. And if that means we have to put up some manufactured homes or some bunk beds or whatever we have to do to accommodate people, we would be more than happy to do that. So I told them, they even went as far as to ask me what airports, and I said, well, I'm near Love Field, DFW, and any of the military airports. There's a lot of bases around here, in Alliance, which is a private airport. I'd even drive all the way to Oklahoma City if they needed me to. So that's where we've left it. We're waiting to hear. Could get a phone call any day or could not. We don't know. We're just waiting to hear, but we know everyone's okay. So we thank you so much for the prayers because it was scary there for a while. As far as the farm, we've been here 1 year since September 1st. We actually closed on the house September 16th. So we have been trying to get the infrastructure in. It's not like when Brad and Krista, they bought their place. They have the barns. They have everything up. They have a house with a full kitchen. We bought a shell of a house and a shell of a land. It just had a fence around it and a gate. That's it. So we had no infrastructure. So everything we have on here, we've had to do ourselves. And we've had a challenge because you go to hire people, they don't want to show up for work. And yeah, it has been quite the ordeal. So we were totally mesmerized by the fact that, and flabbergasted that people have no work ethic. And we've offered to pay above and beyond. You know, we've put it out there and people say, yeah, I'll call you about it, or here's my bid. And you're saying, okay, well, let's do this. They don't want to show up. They don't want to follow through. So the work ethic in Parker County is a disease. There's not a work ethic. And it has just really left us taken aback. So we've had to get a new plan in place. And we've just put some projects on hold. And there's some projects we're just going to have to do ourselves, and we're just going to have to make time to do them. And with us both working full-time jobs, and then Jose working a lot of overtime, and I nanny part-time, so that has, on top of my full-time job, so that has been made for a challenge. But, you know, it's something we need to do. We're saving for a tractor and the implements, and we're probably looking at needing about $30,000 for what we need. And so that has been a focus. Plus we've had some electrical issues with the house that we're having repaired. And so all in all, it's been a challenge. It's been really, a difficult first year, but we've gotten through it this far, and now we have a game plan. And I think part of it, the pressure is just learning to say, we don't care anymore. We had to make some choices to downsize some things. And we no longer have some of the animals that we used to have, which was, you know, it was kind of hard for us to see them go. But now we are down to chickens, geese, and ducks. And the ducks and all but one of the geese are going to freezer camp. So I won't let Jose kill vodka, my gray goose. No, he can't kill gray goose vodka. So, but Moana goose, she might be hitting the freezer. I don't know. I kind of feel like vodka should have his girlfriend. I don't know. Jose's determined to put her in the freezer. So, but we're going to keep all our chickens. Our chickens are, they're, young layers. And so they're not going into the freezer, but we're just going to keep chickens and a goose. We've agreed on that, to keep chickens and one goose. So that's the project we've got going on in the next week or so, is to get everything in the freezer. And then, so as far as the channel, so I have joined Thrive Life. And as a consultant, I did that this weekend under Going Batty. Yay! Under Kevin and Heather. And I going to get that started. I'm excited because part of the videos I'm going to do are going to be with the Thrive Life food. And a lot of y'all may know I used to weigh when I first weighed, it was 665 pounds. I was heavier than that. I had been on diet and lost some weight. We had no idea how much because I just didn't get to a scale. When they finally found one that would weigh me, I had probably lost quite a bit of weight already. So probably, I don't even know, 50, 80 pounds is what was estimated that I'd lost. So I may have been over 700, don't know. But we do know I was at 665. And so I've lost about 260 pounds, 268, 263, 268, somewhere in there. Got a lot more to go. But I've done most of that by a lot of hard work. And then the last year, I plateaued. Nothing was happening. In fact, I was starting to gain again. I was getting a little freaked out. And part of it was stress due to the move and the farm. My activity level was so high. Why was I not losing weight? And so I started researching the food and really went totally transition to a plant-based diet, which has been real successful for me. Predominantly eating plants, seeds, grains, herbs, legumes, tubers, root vegetables, that kind of thing. So I just stay away from fat, meat, and dairy. And when I do that, I'm fine. If I start incorporating that, I start having health issues. And so it's not that I'm a tree-hugging vegan. I believe you should raise your animals and you should love them. And if you want to eat them, you do it humanely and you put them in the freezer. And I believe you should be able to wear fur and leather if you want to. So I hate it when people say I'm a vegan. I like to say I'm a nutritarian, stealing that from Dr. Furman, who talked about the plant-based diet as being nutritarian, because vegan is a whole political thing and ethics thing that I don't even want to go on. Yeah, whatever. So, and I still occasionally eat meat when I feel that my B12, I take a B12 supplement, but when I feel it's getting way too low and I have some challenges, I'll eat eggs. I'll incorporate some meat and just here and there, very sparingly. So what I was excited is when I was really looking at Thrive, at first I didn't look too seriously at it because there was when I saw the meals, they all had meat in them. I'm like, I'm not interested in that. If I buy that, Jose's the only one that's going to eat it. So I really went in there and looked at everything, and it was like the scales lifted from my eyes because I saw all this freeze-dried food, and I started seeing that food that's out of season, I can have it. It's freeze-dried. It'll be there on my shelf. And I got to look at how much I'll save in prep work. You don't even know. For me to prepare meals, I leave my office here where I'm sitting right now, walk out the door into my house, and then I start cooking meals for me and Jose. And I, at one point, was cooking a meal for him, which is meat and rice and beans and whatever Jose wanted, which takes a lot of prep. And then cooking for myself, which I don't use oils or sodiums. I don't use the stuff that Jose uses, so I would have to clean the vessels or use different vessels to prepare food for me, and vegetables and prep. It takes a lot of prep work for the stuff that I do. So I would spend my whole evening cooking, and then by the time we ate, it would be time to do 2 sets of dishes. I mean, it was a cleaning up for 2 meals, and at one point it was a little overwhelming. I told Jose, "You're a chef, do your own cooking." So he got his feelings hurt. But hey, it's marriage, right? So but I got to looking at this Thrive Life, and I went, wow, it'll save me on prep work. And there are some recipes that I use a lot that are like replacement for gravies or sauces or even cheese, sauce type things, or creamy sauces, or the base of those, a lot of those is either butternut squash or cauliflower. And I saw those freeze dried in there, and those are the first 2 I put in my basket. I was so excited because cauliflower butternut. One, cauliflower is really expensive, especially in the off season. So you bring it in, you got to trim it down, cut it up. I've got to cook it. Then I got to let it cool before I can use it. And I've got to do that ahead of time. If I can't just walk in the kitchen, I'm going to prepare a meal. I got to make sure I have stuff there to prepare with. So I have this pre-prep that takes place in butternut squash. Trying to cut it and clean it out and chop it up is just arduous in itself. But I was just thinking, oh my God, that's going to save me so much time. And I have a lot of friends that are vegan and travel. And that's a big thing, is if you're a traveler, you're out, you can't find clean food. You really can't. It all has oils, and the stuff they say is vegan is really vegan junk food. And you might as well just eat Cheetos. Just eat Cheetos and Wolf Brand chili. Yeah, because that's basically the same thing. That vegan organic food is crap. So that processed stuff. So it's a challenge. And when I saw this, I thought, wow, this is a whole niche, because people can use this stuff when they travel. And I was already preparing little meals. All I got to do is take me a tea kettle, man. I'm good. So I was really excited about signing up to be a consultant and to trying some of these foods. And so I'm going to start putting my vegan, nutritarian, plant-based, whatever you want to call them, recipes, whole food recipes. I'm going to do some videos there on some of the things and how I do them. And you're going to find they're quite clever. And I've done my homework and I've gotten really good at this. So I'm going to share those. And then I know that Heather with Going Batty reached out to me about some gluten-free recipes for Cav. And so I'm going to get those together and probably do some videos and work on that. And then I'm going to focus a lot of it on the Thrive Life and utilizing it in my lifestyle and the weight loss that comes along with it. And I'm going to document that. I use the Fitbit and I use my Fitness Pal, and I put everything into my Fitness Pal, my food. So at the end of the day, I see exactly what I've eaten. And it just takes me a few seconds. In fact, if you eat once you put a food in there, if you ever eat it again, you just got to grab it and put it in there and adjust your servings or how much you ate. So I use my Fitness Pal along with my Fitbit. I keep track of my activity with my Fitbit and my heart rate and stuff. And then with my Fitness Pal, it's my food, and it pulls together with my Fitbit. And so I can really tell about how much fuel I put in and how much I burned off, which is awesome. I love that. And so I encourage all of y'all to go to my Fitness Pal. You'll find me on there as Seed Sister. I think maybe we changed the name to Jesus Family Farms, but the email on there is seedsister@gmail.com. Seedsister@gmail.com. So go find me on my Fitness Pal or Fitbit, and let's connect and support each other. That would be awesome. So that's going on. And then what else? Trying to think of everything. I had bullet points, but I set my paper down somewhere and can't find it. So I'm trying to keep it under 15 minutes, and we're almost there. So that's where we're at. I appreciate your support, and any ideas y'all have for videos and any wisdom y'all can give me in making videos, I would appreciate it. So appreciate it. So Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you later this week. Bye.